Good morning, everyone. I hope you're well and good today. So, before we're going to discuss our new lesson or topic for this week, let us review first our previous lesson about the introduction to applied economics. We discussed last week about what economic is, basic term in economics, which includes good, tangible goods, intangible goods, capital goods, or industrial goods, and essential goods. And also, we discussed the four economic resources which are land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur, and also about the contribution of an entrepreneur and the types of economic system as well. And of course, we discussed the goal of economy. And again, we mentioned last week the unlimited human wants and limited resources that we have in our society. And as what we have discussed last week, we have a limited resources, so that's the reason why scarcity exists. And when we say scarcity again, that is means lack of economic resources to provide the needs of a person. And then the last one, we discussed the branches of economics. So now, let us proceed to our new topic, which is all about the basic economic problems of the country. Now, let us identify what are the basic economic problems of the country. So we have here the four basic economic problems of the country. Number one, unemployment. Number two, poverty. Number three, poor quality of infrastructure. Number four, income inequality. So one of the basic problems of the country is unemployment. What are the common causes of unemployment? So we have here three common causes. Number one, the number of people entering the job market has been greater than the number of jobs created. Number two, the rural-urban or the rural to urban migrations increases due to employment opportunities. Number three, many of the unemployed individuals are college graduates. Rural to urban migrations. The push factors of rural to urban migrations are few services, lack of job opportunities, unhappy life, poor transport links, natural disaster, wars, shortage of foods. While the pull factors of rural to urban migrations are access to services, better job opportunities, more entertainment facilities, better transport links, improved living conditions, hope for a better way of life, and then the last one, family leaves. So, what can be done to solve unemployment problem? Ano nga ba yung magagawa natin? Or ano yung mga solusyon to solve the unemployment problem? Number one, appropriate economic policies for labor-intensive industries. Number two, improve the educational system of the country, especially in the rural areas. Number three, minimize rural to urban migrations by improving the economic environment in rural areas. Number four, proper coordination between government and the private sector to solve the problem of job mismatch. And then number five, solving population growth. Philippine growth must increase faster than the population and then limit the size of families. Number six, provision of more investment opportunities to encourage local and international investment. So now let's proceed to the second basic problem of the country. So the poverty. So what are the common causes of poverty? So we have here four common causes. Number one, increase in population, increase in the cost of living. Number 3, unemployment. And the last one, income inequality. So what can be done to solve the poverty problem? Ano yung magagawa natin? Or ano yung mga solusyon again to solve the poverty problem? Number 1, reduce unemployment. Number 2, appropriate policy or labor income. Number 3, provision of unemployment benefits for those who will be unemployed due to natural or man-made calamities. Example, typhoon, bombing of terrorists, earthquake. And then number 4, increase social services like education, healthcare, and food subsidies for sustainable poverty reduction, subsistence, sustainable self-existence. And then the last one, appropriate policy of labor income. So the three basic. So the so the number 3 basic problem of the country is the poor quality infrastructure. So we have here a picture. So let's observe this. As we can see, merong mga sasakyan. So what can be done to solve, or what can be done to improve the quality of infrastructure? Number 1, the government shall implement fiscal reform program. Number 2, continue reform in key sector, particularly power grids and water, to improve cost recovery, competition, and institutional credibility, and to sharply reduce corruption. Number 3, improving central oversight of the planning and coordination of investment. And the number 4, focused on investment through public to private partnership to achieve faster delivery of services. Now the last basic problem of the country is the income inequality. So as we observe right now in our society, ito yung mga kadalasang problema natin, yung income inequality. What is income? So when we say income, it is the money that an individual earned from work or business reserved from investment. It is refers to the gap in income that exists between the rich and the poor. Now the major causes of income inequality. Number 1, political culture. When we say political culture, it is palakasan or utang na loob. And the number 2, indirect taxes. So indirect taxes, poor people shoulder this tax like the value-added tax, 12%. Income taxes, minimum wage, no tax, a little more than minimum wage, 32%. So what can be done to solve the problem of income inequality? Since ito yung kadalasang problema natin, paano natin masusolusyonan ang problemang ito? Number 1, policies to enforce progressive rates of direct taxation on high-wage earners and wealthy individuals. Number 2, direct money transfer and subscribe food program for the urban and rural poor. And then direct government policies to keep the price of basic commodities low. And then number 4, raise minimum wage. And then the last one, encourage profit sharing. So we have here the solution to the basic economic problems in different economics. Number one, economics problems are solved through price mechanism in a capitalist economy, state machinery or of central planning in a socialist economy, and then the last one, price mechanism with active intervention and regulation of the state in a mixed economy. Solution to basic problems in capitalistic economy, capitalism. So we have here a picture. What is price mechanism? When we say price mechanism, it is the mechanism in which prices play a key role in directing the activities of producers, consumers, and resources suppliers. So we have two important elements of price mechanism. Number one, price. Number two, market. Now, let's discuss what is price. Price, goods and services have prices. Why? Because producers are willing to sell goods and services only if they get appropriate prices. Their services of various factors of production carry their prices. Prices that prices determined through the impersonal market focus of demand and supply. So we have here buyers and seller, which is buyers, um, the demand, and seller supply. So demand create the demand for goods and services. Competition among buyers to buy goods and services. First, seller offers supply of these goods and services to meet the wants of the buyers. Competition among the shelter to sell goods and services. So price determination through price mechanism. So maybe next week or yes, next week we will discuss about the the market equilibrium or how to get the equilibrium price and equality. Now, equilibrium price is a price at which quantity demanded equals quantity supplied. It is through the interaction of the competitive forces of demand and supply that the equilibrium prices of a good, a services, or a factor of service is determined. So price responds to change in demand and supply. So now let's proceed to the market. Market in economics as market means a system or a setup which the buyers and the seller of a commodity are able to interact and communicate with each other and strike a deal. Example, price and quantity to be bought and sold. So any questions, clarifications, additions? So if you don't have any questions, um, just open your e-learning pad for your activity at www.guide.com and just call me or message me at 09262974 685. So that's all. Thank you and God bless.